Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen and I would like to thank you everyone who has joined this meeting and good morning or good evening who are from different locations. So this is Srinu. I'm the EPM solution architect. I've been working on multiple implementations on Oracle EPM technology and performing like when doing this kind of corporate trainings and custom trainings for various industries so far. And this is generally like you're going to understand what is Oracle EPM and what it does basically, how it's going to help to the business like medium scale to large scale industries, whatever you see now in the market. So how they are going to utilize this application as part of their budgeting, forecasting and consolidation. So it's purely a kind of financial reporting tool. So I'm going to talk about some brief overview about what is it, what are the tools are available, and what kind of activities the team is going to perform with this application. Okay. So before going to start, uh, if you have any questions, so please uh, let us know, you know, otherwise we can start in a minute. Anyone has any questions, guys? All right.
Like questions in the sense of course we have like the basic question is why we need to learn this EPM, what is the career prospective area, and then like we have so many options, right? Like SCM, even in the finance, why especially this EPM we need to learn.
That's good questions basically. So why? So we have couple of modules or tools in the market. So basically, like there are tools which are compatible with us. Okay, so since it is a demo, you're going to see how it works and whether it works for you or not. So if you see the graph of this market for Oracle EPM, the people who have been working on this, they have been working since 20 years. So there is no issue with the employment. There is no issue with the compensation in the market. If you check with anyone who is working on this technology, so if they say something like, I'm not able to, I mean, get an opportunity within 3 months, or you don't listen these words for sure. And the second thing is the compensation side, like they see tremendous, increments. So when they move to another job or else a new job, or else they are going to get multiple opportunities at the same time as a freelance too. So we have been working on this technology as a kind of full end-to-end, full-time roles as well as a part-time roles. So from the market demand, point of view, so you don't see that you don't feel it that it doesn't have any demand across 20 years so far. Like, okay, so that I can tell you confidently. Yeah, and
One question from my side.
from the technology perspective as well. It is it's a kind of like a reporting tool. It's a finance tool. It's a very challenging, like talking with the finance people, understanding their queries and performing and troubleshooting and fixing those issues too. Yeah.
Yeah, one question from my side. So, do we need to have any kind of a specialized background related to finance in order to uh, gain some insight into this product?
So basically, it's a technical application. So which was built from the financial, accounting principles. So I would suggest like if you have some basic understanding what is balance sheet, what is income statement, and what is a cash flow. So what is debit or credit? So which won't take more than an hour for you to understand. So because
Okay.
this is basically built for the finance and accounting team, and they speak in that language. If you understand that language, that is more than enough.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we are going to see that how this application uh, would be and what is the purpose of this application for the business. Okay. So 50% of your it's all about like we are not going to write a program on C basis or Java basis. We have a EPM or Hyperion related coding where you're going to learn 10 or 15 commands to understand why it is required for the business, and you don't feel much complexity because you know why we need to use it. If you know why we need to use it, you don't feel that complexity. We're not going to write like a Java program like 1000 lines or 2000 lines here. We're not developing anything. We're just trying to calculate it using the commands. Okay.
Okay, got it. What do you suggest? My degree of CFA level 2 would add any advantage to this? Because these all, what I've learned in CFA is the core finance part, into
That really
budgeting.
helps to the business, this particular application, because right now, if you see 70% all the technical people and the 30% of the functional people right now in my, let's say, I don't talk about others, like within my network, whatever I have the team, like they are all technical people. So if I ask any functional related stuff like that, they don't really answer me like the accurate, uh, you know, like understanding answer, right? So it really helps, and companies are looking for like you people like who has a functional background with EPM expertise. They
Okay,
don't
thank
care about the coding and all. Okay,
you.
they just
Mm,
need the foundation of those finance and accounting.
yes, thanks a lot.
Yes. I think you are 100% right, like what you said in the market, like most of the people are technical and they don't have at least 5% of functional knowledge. I do agree with that. So same, I listen about the CPM like it's like one man army show, like getting the requirement, understanding the functional things, and maybe bit of calculating code and everything. I mean, even but I mean to say, in the present market as a scenarios like there is a functional people, they get the requirement from the business and then they'll explain the coding part and everything to the technical, then they can do the work again, functional will and test it like that to and fro, and finally they'll submit to business. But this is the CPM is a one-man army show, like they can get the requirement, they can understand that the person only to complete everything and hand it over to again business like that. So it is a bit difficult, right? I'm just asking you the suggestion on this. Yeah, is the understanding is correct or what?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the people who has good financial, background, so who has a technical expertise, understanding that how we are going to configure, so it is easy for them. But it's missing because of like the gap, right? So it's not about like the people who doesn't have foundation of financial accounting cannot work in this. It's not like that. Or mostly 70% or right now the PPM people are technical people only, but they are able to understand the requirement gathering because it's comes with the maturity. Like it's about the experience. Like how many years you have been working on it, and you keep on understanding this technical application, why we are creating it, why we are configuring it. That questions help you to understand the functional background. So this is where I'm bridging that gap. In this training, you're going to see the foundation of the financial and accounting principles, like why we need that, and the same requirements we are going to build on the application. Okay, so that will be really helpful for you, like why we need it, from why the finance or accounting team are looking for this kind of enterprise applications for their budgeting and forecasting, and how this application will help them to avoid all the manual activities. Let's say as part of the month end closing cycle, all these issues are going on for the finance and accounting, right? Every month, how this
Mhm.
application will help them. Okay.
Great. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. And one last question from my side. I mean, it's a too early question, I think so. If I compare, if 5 years experience, SCM guy or finance guy or maybe HCM guy with EPM person, like what is the like package area, how he differ, EPM guy will differ? Maybe equal ratio or maybe like extra. I mean, package is
See,
extra.
yeah, I'll tell you one thing. So EPM is, I mean, people are still uh, didn't see much. Like, if you ask among 10 people, hey, I'm working on EPM, people doesn't know. But ERP, HCM is all like source systems, right? So they're managing it. So many people will be there. So the technology which has a great demand, but with less people, always has a great demand in the rate part,
Exactly, exactly.
right? So I mean, if you ask like Oracle ERP Fusion or financial consultant or Oracle LCM, the people would be there. But there are some technology upgrades. Who has that knowledge in the latest things? So like they'll get paid well.
Okay.
So here, even if you're 4 years or 3 years experienced guy, you get like good pay. So
Yes, sir.
then our team will help you. Like, and I mean, this is not a new thing. Everybody knows it, right? So, but it case to case differs, and how you're going to present is differ. So, talk to a team. They will really help you in understanding about your case and how we have to mention the professional experience for you and presenting to the vendors. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start now. And once this demo is done, and again, I'll open for the questions for 10 minutes, and you can ask me related to this demo. Okay. Thank you all for your questions. And we are going to talk about now what is Oracle EPM, how it came into the market, and what is the purpose of it. Okay. So basically, Oracle EPM, we call it as Enterprise Performance Management. So everybody knows it, like enterprise is nothing but a business. So a person who has a good business, definitely they want to improve on 6 months, quarterly basis, half yearly basis, or yearly basis. They want to see the turnover should be 5% or 10% increment for the next year, right? So the business person who has this kind of, um, you know, kind of who is looking for, yeah, I need a tool, I need an application which can help me to understand what is my current status of my business, and what if I can make the changes based on the application suggestion, right? So the business will be grow. So this is what actually the Hyperion Solution Company, which was started in 1980s. So this is a company like where it started in 1980s period, and they found this kind of gap in the market where the people are doing the business, but they don't have an application to understand their status of their business and to improve their business, right? So this is the good gap in the market where they found, and they started building the products. So the first product they built is Micro, so which is a kind of like holding the business transactions in a raw data, right? At the time, we don't have any applications like software applications to understand what's happening in the business, right? So we have a kind of an application where it holds the raw data. Raw data is nothing but it doesn't help you to understand what is your status of your health, like what is your sales, what is your profit, what is your, it's all like manual, you have to do it. Okay, but an application couldn't help you to tell you like this is your sales for this month, this is your profit for this year, right? So from that stage to now, we have so many competitors in the market where it helps you to understand this is your current status, and if you do this changes like in the next 3 months, this is your profit, right? So in 1980s, this IPN solution was started, and they developed a tools called Micro, and Hyperion Enterprise, and They developed some products called HFM, and they acquired some products from different vendors called FDME. There are tools. I'm going to explain you clearly. So these are the different tools, SBase, so which they started in that period. So SBase came in 1991. So HFM came in 2000. So these are like recent 20, 30 years back tools, but these tools created a kind of impact for the finance and accounting team people to automate their manual activities. So if you see that in Excel, so I mean, a lot of customers currently doing their budgeting and forecasting in Excel. Okay. But how they are doing it? They do their budgeting for a particular specific entity. Let's say I have DMart currently. Okay. So that guy started in one location in the early stage. At that time, he definitely used a small software like QuickBooks or Tally to understand what's going on, like how many products he is selling, how many products production he should require for that particular single entity. But now, if you see, the guy has a lot of business locations or units across the India. Now he can't use Excel, right? So or a particular QuickBooks for all the locations. I'm talking about all the locations because it works. The software works only for single entity to manage the transactions. But if he wants to apply the same software across all the locations, it is not a capable of system like where it can manage the transactions. So here what's happening? DMart, so many vendors should require an application where it can handle all their business locations transactions into one system. That is where this Hyphen solution came up. They built a product like for every solution. Like if any business would like to do the consolidation, what is consolidation? Let's say I have 10 business locations. I want to know what is my sales for a particular product called LG TV. Okay, how many sales I made for the whole month across all the 10 locations. This consolidation tool called HFM will help them these many products you sold for this whole month. Okay, so how much budget I should allocate for the next year for this particular entity? So previously we don't have that, but now this application has that capability of you can do the budgeting across all the locations for the next year. And if you want to do the forecasting, which means let's say I had an actual transaction for example, I want to do the forecasting for January 2026, okay, for a particular location. Now what's happening? I should have an information that what is my business in December, right? If I don't have the December actuals information, I couldn't forecast my January 2026. So these are the questions came from the finance and accounting team or CFO team to make sure how their business is running. So here, IPN solution is one of the competitor or the vendor. They choose this gap and build the products, and they acquired a couple of products where it helps more with the help of like their existing products for the market. Okay, so this is where we are talking about. So now you understand how impact if you learn this tool, right? So you're going to bridge the CFO team questions with EPM application. They can do whatever with an automation process. So they don't need to feel that like we don't have any person to automate it, or they're fed up with all their manual activities as part of the month end closing, right? These are all like are going to be eliminated if you learn this EPM. Okay, this is the at high level how you are going to help to the business. Okay, so now I'll tell you two things here to understand. So let's say I'm going to take an example of a small business like a supermarket. Okay. So this supermarket is worth of 10 lakhs, let's say, all the products what they are managing. Okay. So they invested 10 lakhs for 2026 and they started with a budget of 10 lakhs and their forecast is, let's say they want to at least gain of 12 lakhs after this, all the products got sold. Okay. Now, how they are going to manage all these 10 lakhs transactions? So what is a tool you suggest basically? So you can ping in the chart that which tool is best for the business who is just started with a 10 lakhs investment based on your knowledge. Anyone? Okay. So mostly Excel, right? Because no one is interested to purchase a software which doesn't help at this beginning stage, right? So Excel is a free software where they can download and start how many products they have in their warehouse and what's happening. Okay. After 1 year, what they're going to do, they might use Tally or QuickBooks or something like that where they can manage. There are so many software tools. Like if you go into the supermarket, so we are going to give the products and they're going to do something in their system and they sell it, right? So that is a kind of an OLTP transaction system. So OLTP is nothing but online transactional processing system. So how it's going to help to them? It is going to help to them like how many products they have in the market in the warehouse, how many products they sold. Okay, but the logic is here. If they want to know the total quantities which is available or total products they sold, they don't get that kind of consolidated uh, report from these transactions. Okay, so if you see, for example, across all the locations, we have the McDonald's or KFC. Okay, so if you go and ask a person saying that, hey, do you know what is the sale for today across all the location? So he couldn't tell because he has access to only to that particular location, right? So now, as a CFO, as a CFO for India for that McDonald's or KFC guy, if he wants to understand, he definitely need a system what's going on to understand what's going on in their business, right? He couldn't go into the each business unit saying that what is the sale, take a count, what is the sale for the next locations, right? So this is where like the what we called the OLTP has a disadvantage. Now they started building a product called OLAP. So OLAP is nothing but online analytical processing system. It has an analytical capability to understand, okay, how many transactions we have across all the locations, what is the consolidated amount. So OLAP is the system where it's helping to the business to understand what is their sale. Okay, agree? Any questions so far?
So OLAP is the tool, right? Like which try to
Yeah,
analyze the OL
exactly.
OLTP is
OLTP is a kind of a data entry system.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, what are the tools you're talking about, like enterprise applications, SAP, IBM Cognos, uh, Oracle Hyperion or Oracle EPM, OneStream, Tagetic, Planful. So there are so many tools. All these tools are Anaplan, OLAP tools. It has a capability of analyzing the transactions and giving you the consolidated report, what's going on. Okay. Now, now we understand like what is a foundation for this technologies. So OLAP is the foundation. Now in this OLAP, why we are choosing only Oracle? As the first question we came up, we have so many tools in the market. Why only Oracle? So if you might heard about Oracle. So Oracle they started working on first on the database side and Java. So do you see any kind of vendor who is managing Java generally? I don't think so, except Oracle. And without Java, any software applications are running? Mostly not,
No, no.
right? Now, with this kind of, the foundation, so Oracle thought of, okay, if we purchase Hyperion, which is an enterprise performance management tool, which will help to all the vendors who has Oracle database, Oracle ERP, right? The customers who has managing these, right? If we introduce EPM also, it will really help for them for the reporting purpose. Now think, SAP doesn't have the database, but they have the reporting tools, like multiple tools for every solution. Okay. Now, as a customer, let's say I have like a $10 billion revenue net worth business. I'm having Oracle database across all my locations and Oracle ERP across all my locations. Now, if I go and talk with SAP, hey, I need your reporting tool, they'll say like, since it is an Oracle ERP, we need to customize your integrations to extract the data, right? Or else if you go to the other vendor like OneStream, they'll say like, again, we don't have direct connections, to integrate your source systems for the reporting purpose. So now what is easy for me as a customer who is managing like, $1 billion business? If it is an Oracle reporting tool, it is a direct integration, which will help me to integrate to any system. And the advantage, the more advantage is I can negotiate the price. Hey, I'm already using Oracle ERP and database. Why can't you less my application license fee? You understand now why Oracle is very strong across all the vendors,
Yes, yes.
right? So definitely people is looking for ERP, Oracle ERP, HCM, Oracle HCM. And if they want to manage the database, definitely Oracle database is very strong in security compared to the, other vendors too, right? So this is the base point for the customer. And even though like the license cost is reasonable compared to the latest, the vendors who is managing. So this is the only reason why we have a great demand in the market for EPM, ERP, and HCM or SCM, right? PeopleSoft also they bought it. Like if you have your customer data in any software, they have the capability of integrating easily. So this is where this Oracle is strong in the market about the EPM side. Okay, and now when they purchased this in 2007. So Hyphen Solution as a company, they acquired in 2007 by Oracle, and they kept a category called EPM category, Enterprise Performance Management category. Okay, so because they have so many categories like ERP um, and HCM. So let me show it to you for you. If you talk about this, see, Oracle Cloud applications, they have ERP, they have SCM, HCM. So under ERP, we have this EPM. This is the tool we are talking about now. In this EPM, we have the multiple solutions called planning, profitability and cost management, financial consolidation close, account reconciliation. So any department, any solution, if you'd like to perform it, we have all the solutions here under EPM. Okay. So just go through this, how it helps to the business and all. But anyway, like your research is very important than this demo, but I'm going to help you how it helps to the finance and accounting team. What is the overview and all, but you also research from your end, the technicality and capabilities wise as well. Okay, so now EPM has multiple categories as I showed you. right? So for example, I'm a business owner. I'm having lakhs of or crores of transactions happening every day, but I want to know what is my sales, what is my profit. Okay, then I'm going to purchase a tool called HFM from on-premise and FCCS from the cloud. So we have two types. So I'm going to talk about that also. So I'm just giving an example. So if I want to do the budgeting and forecasting, so I have the tool called Hyperion Planning, YesBase, Hyperion Planning, or PBCS or EPBCS. So I have these solutions from Oracle EPM. If I want to do the cost management, so we have the tools called HPCM or PCMCS. So if you ask me like, hey, do you have this solution for my business? We have this. And individual tools, whereas a dedicated instances, the Oracle is providing for you to manage your business. Okay. Now, people may have the question like, is Oracle EPM is a cloud version available in the market or it's still in on-premise? So for this, uh, we started like Hyperion has started with on-premise. Okay. So on-premise is nothing but we have a free software which is available from the Oracle marketplace. So we call it as on-premise. You're going to install your physical servers in your location and you download this Hyperion on-premise software into your machine, and Hyperion infrastructure people will help you to install and configure and make your application development according to your requirement, and you can run your business. So this is an on-premise. So this is purely like you should have your operating system team, network team, infra team, and Hyperion team. So there are four teams should require to manage your on-premise application for Hyperion. But we have the cloud version too. We call it as EPM Cloud. So this came up in 2011, guys. Okay, in 2011 they started, and they developed with PBCS, EPBCS first, and later there's so many products came up. This EPM Cloud is basically all the infrastructure related stuff Oracle is managing, all the infrastructure. So you're not going to do any patches, you're not going to restart the operating systems, you're not going to manage the database related patches, nothing. Everything will be taken care by Oracle. You need to pay that license. For that, you're going to have one URL and you develop it. Okay. So here, the difference between on-premise and the cloud is here, you'll be having the team of Hyperion Infra team, Oracle DB team, network team, and OS team. Either you install on Linux machines or Windows machines, these four teams are working. But now in this Oracle EPM, only Hyperion developers. Okay, so I missed here on-premise. Once the application is installed and configured, Hyperion development team is going to develop the application. So there is the Hyperion infra people couldn't develop the application because they don't have that experience. So two teams would be there for you. But here in the CPM cloud, only the developers are going to take care. Okay. So all this gone in this cloud version. Okay. But do we have the on-premise applications currently? Yes, we have. Okay. So Oracle team is still working on so many enhancements for the on-premise applications. So there are people who are using this on-premise software too. Okay. So, I mean, do we have any like a good career path for the on-premise also? Yes, you do have, but with less customers because Oracle is trying to push everyone to upgrade to the cloud. Okay, so that is the only reason why there is a less openings on the infra side or on-premise uh, side. But the cloud, this is the reason. Okay, so this is the difference between on-premise and cloud. Now coming to our training, what we are going to learn. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing, like if you come out from this training, you're going to help to your finance and accounting team in terms of their budgeting, in terms of their forecasting, because we are going to learn PBCS or EPBCS cloud version. What it does, it is going to help to the business for budgeting and forecasting across all the entities. Okay, and how you're going to help, and what is the a kind of subject that you have to learn. So I'm going to help you in step-by-step format. We have the course content. If you go through our website, you see that course content related to PBCS and EPBCS. Just follow that, and you're going to understand, like, okay, what is budget, what is forecast, and how we are going to understand in terms of like why we need to do that budgeting. So how many times we need to do the budgeting, how many times we need to do the forecasting. So these things, just have a look and try to understand. We are going to help you technically with respect to this application, how this PVCS or EPBCS will be differ, and how we are going to perform this budgeting and forecasting for the business. Okay. Any questions? Guys? So I'm going to give in detail about the tools, what we are going to talk about. So planning and budgeting in cloud service. I will start with this tool. Then we talk about EPBCS, enterprise planning and budgeting in cloud service. And we are talking about data management, which is an ETL tool to bring the data from different source systems into PBCS or EPBCS. And Smart View, it's an Excel add-in which will help to the business to submit their budgeting and forecasting using Excel. So this is an add-in where they can connect or install on their machine. So it will show you in an Excel, and they're going to submit their budgeting and forecasting into these applications. So these are the 4 modules we are going to learn in this training. Okay. Any questions?
Why we need to choose your, XINNO compared to other, training institutes?
Okay. I can answer all your questions if you have, and you can check with other vendors who can answer your questions. And the way we deliver, the way we have the documentation, the way the recording videos, so you can watch it forever. Okay. So no compromise on the delivery, no compromise on, deploying your uh, the students who got trained from us, because we are into Oracle, EPM, especially, like, so I've been working since couple of years with the different vendors, and deploying is a is a key for every student who is joining, right? So we'll help you uh, within 3 months if you understand this product very well by getting your sessions, and make sure you're very confident with your the concepts what we are learning. And the the way we are talking about is 45 minutes for the course, 15 minutes is the questions. Okay. So whatever we're talking about, I'm going to ask you the next day, what you have learned, what is your practice, all this. It's happened on a daily basis. And on bi-weekly basis, we are going to schedule a kind of interview sessions based on the concepts we covered, which is as part of the interview process. We used to do the interviews, right? So what kind of questions we are going to ask? I'm going to help you with that too. So
Great.
this is a kind of uh, step-by-step process to deploy. So we are looking for the people who has good knowledge on it. So we see a lot of demand. We are lack of the resources who has good knowledge on it. So that's why we started this.
Great, great. Yeah. So then what is the fee structure and like how many days it will take to complete? I mean, is there any cloud access you are going to provide to
Yeah,
that?
from the practice wise, we'll be providing server access and all. From the fee structure and the other details, kindly connect with my team, so they're going to help you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so from the fee structure perspective, I have pinged a link in the group chat here. So you can click on the second link, which has the enrollment, right? So you can share your details, put your phone number, we will get in touch with you.
Yeah, done. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
so we are currently running offers. So sooner you enroll, we will get in touch with you, and we have different, what do you say, options in that. So depending on that, you should be able to take the call.
Nice. I'll try. Yeah.
Any other questions,
So
please?
if you don't have any questions, I think I'm done from the demo perspective. If you still have any questions, guys, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, sir. The thing is, see, in Fusion Financial Consultant, I work as a consultant role. What would be the role here after learning this course? Will we be working with the company like an end user on the company payroll, or would we will be working as a consultant?
And we have, the designations or the roles are differ with respect to the companies wise, but I can say at this moment as a consultant. Yeah.
So we'll be implementing this EPM module into the company's cloud servers. Or
Yeah. So let's say you got an opportunity in uh, some X company like LTI or Oracle. Okay. So they have the end customers like McDonald's or KFC. So you're going to implement for them. Who needs the end customers? Who is managing the actuals or budgeting and forecasting? So you're not, building this application for the consulting companies like LTA or TCS. So we are doing for the business owners who is managing like end customers. Okay. So this is where like you see the client list are different, your consulting company's experience is different. Okay.
okay, you told me that we'll be working with the company management in helping them with this forecasting and budgeting, right?
Yeah,
So I'm not
companies in the
understanding what.
sense.
So what role we'll get? Now you told me that we'll be working as a consultant. That's a bit contradictory.
Why? What is your question exactly? So let's say
Mm,
we prepare your resume, we deploy to Oracle. Oracle has multiple projects and you work for them.
okay,
Either let's say you got an opportunity directly at the end customer, so they'll take on their payroll and you work for them. Either way it works.
okay. Either the third party company will deploy us, or we'll be working directly with the client.
Yeah, it's up to you, like
Yeah.
how it goes, right? So we are not sure at this moment. So basically, like once you have that confidence, you're going to put your profile in the market, and you get an
Mm,
opportunity. Either you may get calls from Oracle or directed customer. Depends on the requirement, right? So we have different end customers like Wells Fargo, right? Apollo Pharmacy,
okay.
right? So HSBC, they're like direct end customers who is managing the application. If they need it, they'll recruit you. Or else, if TCS or small staffing companies got their own opportunity, they will hire on their payroll and they deploy it to HSBC or Apollo Pharmacy. Either way it
Okay,
works.
okay, got it,
But
sir.
as
And
of
one more.
now, with this
Mm,
experience, I would suggest like go on C2C basis, contractor. So once you got that, the legal paperwork and all, like the pay structure, form system and all, so then you can work as a full time for other direct customers.
okay, and one more thing. See, in financial, as a financial consultant, we go to implement a project for the customer. We implement
Mhm.
it within 8 to 1 year. Then we move to the second customer. What about this? In this way, what about the EPM job role in this way?
No, I mean you're working for already an existing customer and you got another customer.
Oh, no, no. Oh, see, if I implement a project, a financial module for a customer, I do
Okay,
the work for 8 months to 1 year, or maybe one and a half
okay,
year. I'll move to
okay,
the next customer. We'll end the project there. We'll move to the next customer. What about
okay.
the role? Is the role similar to this EPM, or we'll be working continuously with the
Same.
customer? Well,
No, no, no. It is the same only, right? I mean, let's say as a you started working now. So they are going to give you like associate role. Like as a
okay.
fresher, whatever the activities you need to perform, they will give it to you. So once you got that experience, after 1 year, you'll be like a senior
Mm,
associate because you already know that what's happening,
okay.
right? Then you learn more advanced activities. So like that, the role will be differ based on the experience what you are gaining.
Okay. Can
So
you?
let's say
Mm,
associate won't be available after 5 years. You'll be like some senior consultant like that, right? The role.
okay. 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 So can you throw me some light on what the packages we received as a fresher to the senior consultant in this thing?
See, I mean, you so from our end, like we
My
used to say, yeah,
my
10
scenario
lakhs
is
or 15
typical.
lakhs. So
Mm,
basically, from my, I mean, we have the staffing company. So how we are going to get, the budget from the vendors is generally like for 10 years, they are going to
mm,
offer 30 lakhs to 35 lakhs
okay.
for 10 years. Guy.
So
So
what
five
about my?
years, it goes between 20.
Okay. So do you also place in Dubai, sir, Middle East? So much
We do
interested in
have
developing.
opportunities on EPM, basically. We do have an opportunities on EPM. People are looking for, we have couple of staffing vendors there. So
Okay.
once you got trained, based
Mm,
on your, profile, so we are going to market your profile there. Yeah.
okay. This is a 3 month course, right, sir?
Yeah, I mean, this course is 2 months basically, and the remaining
Mm,
things like, whatever the left with the days, we will make sure that you got the, right guidance from us and making sure like for the interview preparation. Okay.
okay. Apart from this PBCS and EPCS, do you also teach those tax structures and financial consolidation FCSS,
We do
FCCS?
only PBCS at this moment, PBCS and EPBCS. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect then. So what we can do is please join the WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group has all the details, and that is where we will be having regular talks. And please submit your request to join the session on the second link which I have shared. And any questions that you have, please you can directly post it on the WhatsApp group, or you can pick the number which I have picked. Okay then. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shane, for your good demo. Actually, it was like informative. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.